Filler. Every anime fan knows it, and we all dread it. Filler can be anything from a new plotline completely disregarded by the current plot, or a recap episode. Filler can be as short as a 5-minute sequence within a canon episode, or as long as an entire season. Because the episodes aren't part of the original source content, they are considered not canon, and obviously serve no purpose in developing the narrative. In some cases, filler is woven into the canon material. This can be anything from extensive dialogue, fleshed out backstories which were not covered in the manga, or just extra scenes. Sometimes they'll take a moment from the manga and drag it out way longer than it was intended to be. They're usually implemented to let the source material progress. It's almost a necessary force of action in the anime medium, but there are certain techniques and actions that can be done to make them more enjoyable. Like I mentioned earlier, there are many different types of filler episodes, but for today we'll be focusing on recap episodes. Filler is usually frowned upon, and rightfully so. My Hero Academia Season 3 opens up with such an episode. I don't think opening up a season of anime with filler is a particularly good idea, but this filler was enjoyable and it did some stuff right. To me, there's two things recap episodes have to do in order to be good. It has to be enjoyable to the avid fans, and provide information for whatever they're recapping. The way not to do this is how Hunter x Hunter and Naruto did it. They copy and pasted moments from previous episodes and called it a day. Hunter x Hunter did have a little moment where Aunt Mito opened up the letter Gon somehow sent her in the heat of the Hunter exams, which was a nice touch. But aside from that, they're essentially retelling the story with Gon giving commentary every once in a while. This may be enjoyable for the Japanese audience tuning in for the first time, but for avid fans who have already seen every episode prior, nothing is really added. What My Hero does right is they have a separate plot in the background while Ida and Deku summarize the last season. The swimming contest in the background was enjoyable, but it completely cucked us. Twice. The episode was fairly solid for a recap episode, but it's still a recap episode, so it was mostly a waste of time. It checks off the recap part of my previously established checklist, but it only partly checks off the other part. There's a show I feel does both of these better than My Hero's first episode. Yes, I specified show for a reason because it's kind of a touchy topic. Avatar: The Last Airbender does its recap episode the best among any recap I've ever seen. At the end of the series, there's an episode where all the main characters of the series, Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, and Zuko, all head to the theaters and watch the recap themselves. Seeing the characters simply interact would be fun enough, but there's a little twist that helps the episode go above and beyond and be the best recap episode honestly I've ever seen. All the events that occur while being accurate are completely blown out of proportion, thus making it feel more like a propaganda than anything. The episode still summarizes everything it needs to summarize in a timely, enjoyable fashion, in a way both newcomers and avid fans will be entertained. It's the perfect combo for a perfect recap episode. I want to reiterate that the My Hero Academia filler episode wasn't necessarily bad. In fact, it was probably one of the best filler episodes they could go for. Still confused why they even had a filler episode to begin with. But overall, I kinda just want to talk about Avatar since I'm currently rewatching it. I'm definitely gonna make a video on it sometime. Maybe something like what shonen anime can learn from Avatar, or how Avatar does shonen anime better than most shonen anime. Thinking something along those lines, and maybe I'll just make a video about the series in general. Maybe I'll hone in on some specific element, or maybe I'll just talk about the series in general because I just really want to talk about this show. With all that being said, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, peace.